hinder the plans that God has made. Our God is powerfully calling out our necks right while we're in the midst of our trials and tribulation. Let me give it to you like Ted and Sherry sang a few years back. They sang that God starts it and God finishes it, but it's up to us to work the middle. Where are my work the middle folks at? Where my work the middle folks at? God's not shaking up about your past because he was there. God's not shaking about your future because he's already there also. I'm telling you, saints, I declare to you that what you see in the natural can have you shaken, but we should, even though we may be shaken, we never should be shaken. Tell someone close that I may be shaken, but I'm not shaken. God declares the end from the beginning. We're fearful of outcomes that God has already predetermined. What God has spoken over our lives will come to pass, regardless of what plans are going on at the White House. God has a heavenly script written for our lives, and in the end, we're going to win. Tell someone close that it's written in the script that I'm going to win. Written in the script. Our text speaks of idol gods that have to be carried and moved. When ancient nations defeated you, they would carry your idol gods away. How would you feel that the folks didn't even defeat you, but they whipped your God too? These idol gods, when they fall, they can't even get themselves back up again. How are you going to take your idol god on a trip to Chicago in your luggage, and they lose your luggage and they lose your God too? Can you see yourself calling Delta? I'm sorry, but my God is missing. I'm sorry, wait, can you look for my God? We were on flight 2357, and I need to get my God back. What do you do when your God can't come home with you from a trip to Chicago? People of God, men will set up idols that have no power to deliver or no power to save them. Our God will conquer every idol and every God that will present themselves. Our God alone is God. Our God has a track record. He was my mama's God. He was my daddy's God. He was my grandmama and my granddaddy's God. Our God has been our family's God. Our God has been Temple Love's God. Our God has a track record. Tell someone close that there's no God like our God.